Sometimes it feels like the world is silent when you struggle, like your efforts go unnoticed and your dreams remain unseen. You give your all, yet applause feels distant and recognition feels like a dream just out of reach. But what if the true power lies not in the noise around you, but in the quiet strength within? Winning quietly means moving forward without needing approval, growing in silence while others watch without understanding. It is the calm before the storm, the steady river carving its path beneath the surface. You don't have to shout your victories for them to be real. In fact, the most profound success blooms in silence, deep, steady, and unstoppable. This journey is yours alone, sacred and powerful, so lean into your quiet strength, trust your process, and know that one day, when you win, it will speak louder than words ever could. No one cares until you win, so win quietly. Written and published by Stoic Guardian. Introduction. There comes a moment in your life when the noise fades, not because it got quiet around you, but because something deeper inside you stopped needing to be heard. That's the moment you stop chasing validation and begin walking toward something real, something sacred, something only you can define. This is not a journey about applause or approval. This is the quiet road of inner power, of deep healing, of building a life so true that whether they cheer or stay silent, you still rise. This audiobook is not for the world outside. It's for the voice within, the one that's been whispering all along, telling you that you're meant for more. And now, you're ready to listen. Quietly, powerfully, without needing to explain a thing. Let's begin. Chapter 1. The silence before the rise. It begins in silence. Not the peaceful kind you crave when life gets too loud, but the silence that feels like being forgotten, overlooked, unseen. You show up and no one notices. You try and the world keeps spinning, and in that silence, doubt starts to whisper. Maybe you're not good enough. Maybe your efforts are wasted. Maybe they were right about you all along. But that silence, it's not rejection, it's preparation. It's the sacred cocoon before the transformation, the soil before the bloom. You're not being ignored. You're being given space to grow. Think of the mountain. It doesn't rise with applause. It grows silently, over time, beneath pressure, through stillness. No one sees the depth before the height. No one praises the roots, only the summit. But without those unseen layers, the mountain would crumble. And just like that, your quiet seasons are building strength where no one is watching. You're becoming grounded, anchored, unshakable. It's tempting to rush this part, to force your wins just to be noticed. But anything forced is fragile. Anything built for applause falls when the applause stops. Real power, the kind that lasts, comes from choosing yourself in silence, from learning how to be proud of the work when no one's watching, from knowing that your value does not increase when they see you. It becomes clearer when you finally do. In these moments, shift inward. Breathe into the quiet. Listen. You'll hear something steady beneath the noise. That's your inner foundation being poured, and it matters more than anything built on top. When you feel left behind, remind yourself, this is the preparation room, not the punishment room. Nothing real blooms without a hidden season of becoming. You are not late. You are not lost. You are simply beneath the surface. Deepening. Start by embracing small, sacred routines. Write for yourself, not for likes. Move your body, not for appearance, but for aliveness. Speak affirmations into the mirror, not to be perfect, but to be present. You're not trying to prove yourself. You're practicing being yourself. And that practice done in silence is where the magic begins. Let go of the timeline, Let go of who's ahead. Let go of needing to explain your quiet. Healing isn't always visible. Growth doesn't post progress reports. Real winning happens in rooms no one enters but you. And when you emerge, it won't be a performance. It'll be a return. A return to your power. A return to your peace. A return to the self you were always meant to be. So breathe deeply. Feel the ground beneath you. It's holding you. You are not behind. You are rooted. Let this silence become your strength. Let this stillness become your strategy. There's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing missing in you. You're just in the sacred beginning, the silence before the rise. Chapter 2. Invisible, not unworthy. There's a unique kind of ache in feeling invisible, not ignored on purpose, but simply unseen. You walk into a room and it's like the air parts around you. You offer kindness, effort, even excellence, and it floats past unnoticed. You wonder, am I forgettable? Am I not enough? That feeling can quietly erode your spirit, convincing you that your invisibility must mean something is wrong with you. But let me tell you something gently. Invisibility is not unworthiness. It's not rejection. It's not a measure of your value. It's often the world's delay, not your defect. Like the roots of a tree, you may be hidden, but you are growing deeply, quietly, powerfully. Just because the world hasn't clapped for you yet doesn't mean your work, your presence, your soul aren't already beautiful. Visibility is fleeting, but worth is constant. You do not become more valuable when others see you. You become more aware of your value when you begin to see yourself. There's a reason why seeds are buried before they bloom. They need stillness, darkness, and time. If they were pulled up too early to prove they were growing, they'd never become what they were meant to be. Your season of being unseen is not wasted. It is sacred. It is shaping you into someone solid, someone not defined by others' attention, but by your own inner awareness. You are not failing just because no one is watching. You are forming. The real work of becoming is never glamorous. It's filled with quiet mornings, difficult choices, healing conversations no one else hears, and victories no one else applauds. And yet, that work matters. It is the quiet foundation for a life that does not crumble. So what do you do when you feel invisible? You go inward. You nourish the parts of you that you can see. You speak softly to your inner child, telling them that they are safe, loved, and seen by you. You journal the truth of your growth, even if no one else asks how you're doing. You celebrate your small wins, because you are worthy of celebration, not for what you show, but for what you carry, for what you heal, for what you overcome. Let yourself reframe invisibility, not as abandonment, but as protection. Maybe the spotlight would have distracted you. Maybe premature recognition would have derailed you. Maybe you needed to build your strength, your boundaries, your self-trust, before the world came knocking. So when it does, you'll be ready. Not desperate, not shaken, but grounded, clear, quietly powerful. You see, some people need noise to feel seen, but not you. You are learning to feel seen without being loud. That's a different kind of strength, the kind that lasts. You are not behind. You are not lacking. You are being aligned. And if the loneliness still stings, place your hand on your heart. Breathe. Remind yourself, I am here. I exist. I matter. Even in the quiet, feel the warmth of your own presence. That is visibility. That is enough. You may not be in the spotlight, but you are in the sacred space where stars are born, the deep sky of becoming. Let this time refine you, not define you, And when the world finally sees you, you won't be surprised, because you already did. Chapter 3. Your energy is your signature. You walk into a space, and something subtle happens. Before you speak, before you act, your energy arrives first. It introduces you without a word, not just how you feel in that moment, but the silent language of your history, your healing, your self-respect, and your boundaries. Your energy is your signature. Invisible, yet unmistakably real. It's what people remember, even when they forget your name. And here's the truth that often gets buried in our rush to be liked. You don't have to perform to be powerful. You don't have to prove to be worthy. The most magnetic people aren't the loudest. They're the clearest. Clear in who they are, what they allow, and how they care for their inner peace. Your energy carries all of that. That's why healing is not just internal, it's energetic. When you begin to let go of shame, guilt, and fear, your energy shifts. People feel it, even if they don't know why. Have you ever met someone whose presence felt calming, grounding, safe? That didn't happen by accident. That came from deep inner work, from choosing softness over control, from choosing stillness over chaos. You can become that person, not by trying to impress, but by learning to express from the inside out. That's the shift. You stop living for validation and start living from alignment. And maybe you've been wondering why some relationships feel heavy, or why certain rooms drain you. It's not always personal, it's energetic. When you start honoring your worth, your nervous system rejects what once felt normal. You feel the difference. You sense the dissonance. This is your intuition, guiding you to environments that match your evolution. Your peace is not a luxury, it is your compass. Protect it like it's sacred, because it is. The more peace you cultivate, the stronger your signature becomes. You no longer enter spaces hoping they'll affirm you. You enter grounded in the truth, I already belong to myself. That inner belonging becomes your resonance, your frequency. Let go of the idea that you must change yourself to fit in. You are not a chameleon. You are not meant to adjust your brightness to make others comfortable. You're meant to become so rooted in your authenticity that you naturally attract what aligns and release what no longer does. Without force, without resentment. So how do you align your energy? It begins with awareness. Breathe slowly. Ask yourself, what am I carrying today? Is it mine? Is it useful? Is it kind? Energy clarity is not about being positive all the time. It's about being real with yourself. Some days you need gentleness. Other days you need boundaries. But every day you need truth. Let truth guide you back to yourself. You don't need everyone to like your energy. You only need to respect it. And when you do, the right people will begin to respond differently. Not because you've become someone else, but because you've finally stopped hiding who you are. So honor your frequency. Speak less and listen more. To your body, your breath, your boundaries. Speak softly when you're centered. Say no when you must. Leave when it feels wrong. Stay when it feels true. This is how your energy becomes medicine. Not only for yourself, but for the spaces you enter. And remember, the real you doesn't need to shout. The real you whispers with certainty. The real you doesn't beg to be seen. It radiates without permission. Chapter 4. Healing in silence. There's a quiet space where real healing begins, and it's not in the noise of advice, the chaos of comparison, or the pressure to explain. It begins in silence, in stillness, in the space where no one is watching, no one is judging, and no one is asking you to perform. In that sacred quiet, you meet yourself honestly, maybe for the first time in a long while. Silence can be uncomfortable at first. When the distractions fade, you begin to hear what you've been avoiding, the buried grief, the unanswered questions, the unhealed stories echoing softly beneath the surface. But that's also where the truth lives. That's where your pain transforms into wisdom, if you allow it to speak. If you give it room to breathe without rushing in to fix it. In silence, your breath becomes your anchor. The mind quiets, the body softens. You begin to notice the things you've overlooked, the tightness in your chest, the weight behind your eyes, the clenching in your jaw. These are messages. Your body has been trying to talk to you, but it needed you to slow down and listen. Healing is not about doing more, it's about allowing. You don't have to explain your healing to anyone. It's yours, personal, sacred. And sometimes the most powerful growth happens away from the spotlight, in the gentle moments of release, when no one sees the tears, but they fall anyway. When you finally let go of the story that says you must suffer to be strong, silence gives you the space to rewrite that story, to choose softness over survival, to say, I deserve peace, not because I've earned it, but because I exist. In the quiet, you start hearing a new voice, not the one shaped by the world, but the one that has always lived beneath the noise. The voice of your inner knowing, the voice that whispers, you are healing, even now. This is not about being perfect or peaceful all the time. It's about finding moments to come home to yourself, without the pressure to perform or the need to be okay. Real healing doesn't always look beautiful. Sometimes it's messy, sometimes it's lonely, but in the silence you realize you're not truly alone. You are with yourself, and that's enough. Silence is also a boundary. It says, I no longer need to defend my growth, prove my worth, or entertain what drains me. It's a powerful reclaiming of your time, your energy, your essence. You stop reacting to the world and begin responding to your inner world, from a place of clarity, from a place of peace. Start small. Begin your day with a few minutes of stillness. Sit with your breath. Let the silence cleanse your mind like rain washing over dusty ground. Let your body speak without interruption. Let your nervous system settle. No agenda, no performance, just presence. And when the world demands your attention again, carry that stillness with you. Let it live in your tone, your posture, your choices. Let silence become your strength. Not because you have nothing to say, but because you no longer need to prove anything. You are healing, even when no one notices, especially then. Because healing is not for show, it's for liberation. Chapter 5. Let go of the need to be understood. You have spent so much of your life trying to be understood, shaping your words carefully, softening your truth, hoping someone will truly see you. Maybe you've tried to explain your pain, your silence, your dreams, and still people misunderstood you. It hurts, doesn't it? To bare your soul and feel unseen. To speak from your heart and be met with blank stares or worse, judgment. But what if being understood was never the requirement for being whole? What if you no longer needed validation to feel real or agreement to feel right? What if you could let go of the exhausting effort to explain your every feeling, every decision, every piece of your healing? There is a deep peace that comes when you realize not everyone will understand your journey, and they're not meant to. Your path is yours. It's unique. It's sacred. And the people who truly matter, they'll feel your growth, even if they don't fully comprehend it. Letting go of the need to be understood is an act of freedom. You stop translating your soul into someone else's language. You stop contorting yourself to fit into minds that were never meant to hold your truth. You stop outsourcing your sense of worth, and you begin returning to the one who always gets you. You. You understand why you've changed, why you needed to walk away, why silence felt safe, why certain people, places, or dreams no longer feel like home, you know. And that knowing, it's enough. You're not cold for letting go of connections that no longer nurture you. You're not selfish for protecting your peace. You're not wrong for choosing quiet over conflict. You're simply honoring your evolution, even when others don't recognize it. Think of your healing like a garden. Some people won't see it unless it's blooming. They don't notice the roots growing underground. They weren't there when you planted in the dark, watered with your tears, and waited in silence. But you were. You know what it took. You know how far you've come. You can be kind without over-explaining. You can be loving without oversharing. You can walk away in peace without needing to convince anyone that it was the right choice. You can simply choose yourself and let that be the final word. When someone misunderstands you, breathe. Resist the urge to shrink or justify. Instead, remind yourself gently, I am not here to be understood by everyone. I am here to be whole. Say it again, softly. I am here to be whole. And in that wholeness you will attract those who don't need explanations. People who feel your energy, not just your words. People who honor your silence, your boundaries, your becoming. Until then, stay true to your path, even if you walk it quietly. This is your permission to stop performing clarity for those committed to confusion, to stop begging to be seen by eyes that only look, not perceive, to stop explaining a soul journey to minds still caught in survival. Just breathe, just be. You are not here to be everyone's story. You are here to be your own. And that is more than enough. Chapter 6. The power of moving in silence. There is a quiet power that lives in silence, a strength so deep it doesn't need to announce itself. In a world that constantly demands you to speak, to show, to prove, choosing silence becomes an act of rebellion and of self-respect. You no longer move to impress, you move to align. You no longer chase validation, you walk toward truth. When you move in silence, you reclaim your energy. You stop leaking your dreams into spaces that don't nurture them. You stop seeking permission to grow, to heal, to rise. You simply do. Quietly, steadily, intentionally, and in that sacred stillness, something beautiful unfolds. You begin to hear yourself again. Not every vision needs an audience. Not every goal needs a caption. Some of your deepest transformations will happen away from the noise, in solitude, in reflection, in that divine space when no one is watching, and you are free to be fully you. Moving in silence does not mean hiding. It means protecting. It means choosing presence over performance, growth over gossip, depth over display. It means tending to your soul in private, knowing that the results will speak when the time is right and not a moment before. It also means honoring the delicate phase of becoming. Just like seeds need darkness to sprout, your becoming often needs privacy to breathe, to evolve, to root. Sometimes, when we speak too soon, we scatter the magic. We dilute the momentum. We give away the sacredness of what is still in motion. So instead, you breathe, you trust, you move in silence. You learn to listen more to your intuition, your energy, your inner knowing. You stop explaining every shift in your life and start feeling them. And the more you feel, the more you heal. Because silence isn't empty, it's full of answers. You begin to see who is aligned with your peace, who supports you, even when they don't see the full picture, who respects your boundaries, your quietness, your stillness, and who only claps when the world is watching. There's power in moving without announcing, in creating without sharing, in healing without reporting. Because when you move in silence, your energy becomes concentrated, focused, undistracted. And in that clarity, you rise. You rise without applause. You rise without explaining. You rise because your soul is ready. And when the time comes, when the silence has served its purpose, you'll step into the light with a power that speaks for itself. You don't need to show every step. Just take the next one, quietly, lovingly, and intentionally. So take a breath now, a deep, grounding breath, and repeat gently, I don't need to be seen to be valuable. I don't need to be loud to be strong. I trust the quiet power of my becoming. Let that settle in your heart. Let it soften you. Let it remind you that silence isn't a weakness. It's a sanctuary, a strategy, a sacred way of being. The most powerful things often grow in silence. Roots, wisdom, resilience, and peace. So allow yourself that gift. Give yourself permission to move quietly. Let your energy lead the way. Your path doesn't need an audience. It needs alignment, and you are finding it, one quiet step at a time. Chapter 7. Protecting your energy like it's sacred. Your energy is your most sacred currency. It is the invisible force behind everything you create, think, feel, and become. And yet, how often do you give it away? Too freely, too quickly, to people and places that don't honor it. How often do you walk away from conversations feeling drained, from environments feeling heavy, from days feeling like your light has been dimmed? You weren't born to carry everything. You weren't meant to be available to every vibration. Your sensitivity, your empathy, your deep awareness, they are not burdens, they are gifts. But they require boundaries to survive, and more than that, to thrive. Protecting your energy isn't selfish, it's self-respect. It's emotional hygiene. Just like you wouldn't let someone walk into your home and trash the floors, you shouldn't allow people to walk into your mind, your heart, your spirit, and leave their chaos behind. Some people don't mean harm, but they carry so much of their own pain, they spill it everywhere they go. That's why you must learn to discern. Who adds peace to your life? Who disrupts it? Who honors your boundaries, your silence, your space, and who invades it? Protecting your energy means saying no. Gently, clearly, firmly. It means not explaining your healing to those who mock it. It means choosing rest over proving, peace over performance. It means knowing that every yes you give is a no to something else. So you better make it sacred. You don't owe access to everyone. Not everyone is meant to walk beside you, and not everyone deserves the light you fought so hard to reclaim. When you guard your energy, you start living with intention, choosing who gets your time, your thoughts, your love, and most importantly, who doesn't. You begin to trust your gut. You walk into a room and feel the energy before you speak. You leave conversations early when they turn toxic. You stop explaining your worth and start embodying it. Your peace becomes your priority, not your past. Protecting your energy also means protecting your self-talk. No more repeating stories of failure, guilt, or shame. No more carrying thoughts that were never yours to begin with. You cleanse your inner world like you would a sacred temple, gently, lovingly, consistently. This isn't about cutting people off recklessly. It's about loving yourself enough to choose alignment over attachment, peace over guilt, truth over comfort. You don't need to fix people. You're not here to absorb what they refuse to heal. You're here to grow. And your energy is the soil to create rituals, protect your mornings, guard your nights. Start your day with presence, not pressure. End it with gratitude, not noise. Use breath as your barrier. Use silence as your shield. Use awareness as your sword. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine your energy like a golden light, soft, radiant, alive. It surrounds you like a bubble. Every time you breathe, it strengthens. Every time you say no to what drains you, It glows bright. Every time you say yes to what lifts you, it expands. Let this be your practice. Let this be your promise. Because the more you protect your energy, the more you become yourself. Chapter 8. Success that feels like you. Success often feels like a distant shore, shimmering in the haze beyond your immediate view. You might find yourself chasing images of success that others have painted for you, glittering trophies, loud applause, or flashing lights. But what if the success you truly deserve isn't about external noise or approval? What if it is quieter, softer, and deeply personal? Like a gentle river that knows its course without rushing, flowing with steady grace toward a place only you can recognize. You may feel restless or lost because the world's idea of winning doesn't match your own heart's rhythm. Maybe you've tried to fit into a mold that wasn't made for you, leaving behind pieces of yourself along the way. That struggle is real and valid. It's like standing in a storm that insists you wear its raincoat while your soul longs for sunshine. It's okay to feel this way. This feeling is a signpost, guiding you toward a more authentic version of success. Imagine success as a soft light within you, one that grows when you honor your values, your passions, your quiet strengths. Instead of measuring success by others' standards, you begin to measure it by how deeply it resonates with your true self. This shift isn't instant, but it begins with a simple practice: quiet reflection. Pause now, breathe deeply, and ask yourself, what does success feel like to you? What values warm your heart and spark your spirit? You can start this practice by journaling your honest answers or sitting quietly each day to listen to the whispers of your soul. Let go of the noise around you and let your inner compass guide your path. Your journey to success that feels like you is unique. It's about growth, not comparison. It's about being present with yourself, even when the world demands more. Repeat gently, I define my own success. It grows quietly within me. I honor my journey, step by step. Let these words settle in your mind and heart. Feel them bloom like a soft flower opening in the dawn, delicate but powerful. You are already winning. Quietly, authentically. Chapter 9. The power of silent persistence. There is a special kind of strength in silence. It's not loud or boastful, but steady and unyielding, like the deep roots of a mighty tree holding firm beneath the surface. You might have felt the weight of the world urging you to shout your victories, to prove your worth with noise and flash. Yet, the most profound power often lives in quiet persistence, the steady march that few see, but many feel. You know that struggle. The days when progress feels invisible and the doubts creep in like shadows at dusk. It's easy to wonder if your efforts matter at all. This feeling is common. It's like walking through a foggy forest, unsure if the path will ever clear. But beneath the fog, the ground is solid, and your steps matter more than you realize. Imagine your journey as a slow-burning candle in the night. Its light might not flood a room, but it offers enough glow to keep darkness at bay. Each small effort, each quiet decision to keep moving feeds this flame. Silent persistence isn't about perfection, it's about faith in the process, trust in yourself, and a commitment to keep showing up even when no one else notices. You can nurture this power by embracing mindful moments. When you feel overwhelmed, pause and breathe deeply. Remind yourself that success is not always immediate or visible. Like rivers carving canyons over centuries, your efforts shape your future in ways you can't yet see. Write down one small win each day, no matter how humble, to honor your progress. Repeat gently, I am steady like the roots of a tree. My persistence grows silently but powerfully. I trust my journey, even when it is unseen. Let these words ground you. a calm anchor in the restless sea of your mind. Your quiet strength is your secret power. It shapes your destiny, quietly, beautifully, and truly. Chapter 10. Embracing the invisible victories. Sometimes the most meaningful victories are the ones no one else sees. These are the moments of quiet courage, the choices you make when no applause is waiting. You might feel invisible at times, like a single star lost in the vast night sky. Yet each star holds its own light, and together they create a breathtaking universe. You know the struggle, the invisible battles with self-doubt, the internal wars against fear, the silent sacrifices that never make the headlines. These moments can feel isolating, as if your efforts drift unnoticed in a world hungry for loud success. But here lies a beautiful truth. The invisible victories are often the most transformative. Think of your journey as a garden tending quietly beneath the soil. The roots grow deep, unseen, yet they give life and strength to every leaf and blossom. Your unseen efforts nourish your growth. Small acts of patience, self-compassion, and resilience that build the foundation for lasting success. To embrace these invisible victories, practice daily gratitude for your inner wins. Celebrate your ability to forgive yourself, to start again, to keep faith when the world feels indifferent. These small triumphs are seeds of hope planted in the fertile ground of your soul. Gently affirm, "My quiet victories matter deeply. I honor the unseen strength within me. Every step, no matter how small, is progress toward my true success." Let this belief settle softly in your heart, reminding you that your worth is never measured by others' applause, but by your own steady courage. Chapter 11. The power of silent persistence. Persistence often feels like a quiet river flowing steadily beneath the surface of your awareness. You don't always see it, but it is there, constant, patient, unwavering. It moves around obstacles, carves through resistance, and nourishes growth. This silent persistence is a power that few recognize, yet it is the heartbeat of every true success. You have likely experienced moments when the world seemed to rush past you, when progress felt invisible and your efforts seemed fruitless. It's easy to doubt, to question if you should keep going. But imagine your journey as a tree, standing tall through every season. It doesn't shout about its endurance, yet its roots hold firm and its branches reach for the sky. Your persistence is your quiet strength. It is the breath you take when tired, the step you make when unsure, the decision to continue when no one is watching. This invisible force is what shapes your destiny, far beyond the applause and recognition. To harness this power, center yourself in stillness. In moments of frustration or doubt, breathe deeply and remind yourself, "I am steady like the river. I flow with patience and strength." Let this affirmation ground you, fueling your resolve with calm confidence. Remember, the most profound victories are born in silence. Through your persistent heart, your steady hands, and your unwavering spirit, keep moving quietly forward, trusting that every small effort builds the bridge to your dreams. Chapter 12. Embracing solitude to fuel your growth. There is a profound power in solitude, a gentle sanctuary where your soul can breathe freely and your true self can emerge without distraction. In a world buzzing with noise and expectations, solitude feels like a quiet clearing in a dense forest, inviting you to pause, reflect, and nurture your inner landscape. You may have feared solitude, associating it with loneliness or isolation, yet solitude is not emptiness. It is a sacred space where your mind can settle like still water, revealing clarity beneath the surface. It is in these moments alone that you listen deeply to your hopes, your fears, and your authentic desires. Imagine your growth as a seed beneath the earth. In solitude, your roots gather strength unseen, quietly preparing for the breakthrough above. Without this nurturing space, growth can feel rushed or scattered. Solitude offers the time and peace to align with your true path, away from the distractions of approval or judgment. To embrace solitude, start with a simple ritual. A few minutes of mindful breathing, a walk alone in nature, or journaling your thoughts. Let these moments be your refuge, your creative wellspring. Affirm gently, I find my strength, I grow quietly, deeply and surely. Remember, solitude is not about withdrawing from the world, it's about reconnecting with yourself, so that when you return, your steps are grounded, your vision clear, and your spirit vibrant. Chapter 13. The Power of Invisible Progress. Progress is often imagined as loud, visible and celebrated, like a parade marching down the street with cheers and applause. But much of the most meaningful progress happens quietly, unseen by others. It's the invisible work you do when no one is watching that builds the foundation for your success. You might feel discouraged when your efforts go unnoticed, when the fruits of your labor seem hidden beneath the surface. Yet, consider the roots of a mighty tree. They stretch deep, intertwining with the earth, unseen but vital. Your growth is much the same, growing steady and strong in ways that are not always immediately visible. This invisible progress is the daily discipline, the moments of self-reflection, the practice of resilience and patience. It's in the small wins that add up over time, a shift in mindset, a new habit formed, a fear faced and softened. Each step forward is part of a quiet revolution within you. To honor this, cultivate patience and trust in your journey. Remind yourself gently, I am growing even when it cannot be seen. My progress is real and important. Embrace the quiet power of steady effort, knowing that it will carry you forward to the success you seek. Your wins will come, not with fanfare, but with the deep satisfaction of knowing you have built something enduring, quietly and well. Chapter 14. Embracing stillness to hear your true self. In the rush of daily life, your mind is often like a crowded room, filled with noise, distractions, and competing voices. It's easy to lose sight of your true self amidst the chaos. But imagine a quiet lake at dawn, its surface perfectly still, reflecting the sky above. In that stillness, clarity emerges. You might struggle with feeling unheard or unseen, caught in the pressure to perform, to prove your worth. Yet, your deepest wisdom and strength are found not in the noise, but in the moments of stillness. This stillness is your sanctuary, where you can listen closely to your heart and intuition. Reframe your struggle as the restless wind on the lake's surface, a natural disturbance that eventually settles. By embracing stillness through mindful breathing or meditation, you create space to hear your true self. This practice is a gift you give yourself, a pause to reconnect and realign. Try this. Close your eyes, take a slow breath in, and feel the calm spread through your body. With each exhale, release tension and doubt. Repeat gently, in stillness, I find my truth. I listen to my soul's quiet voice. Embrace these quiet moments as powerful steps on your path. Your true self is waiting patiently, ready to guide you toward your authentic, quiet victory. Chapter 15. The Quiet Victory. Owning your journey in silence. Victory is often imagined as loud and grand. Applause, crowds, celebrations. But your most profound wins come softly, in silence. They are the moments when you choose growth over approval, peace over chaos, and presence over distraction. This is your quiet victory. You may feel unnoticed or unrecognized, and that can weigh heavy on your spirit. Yet the truth is that real triumph isn't measured by others' applause, but by the strength you cultivate within. Like a mountain rising steadily from the earth, your progress is quiet but unstoppable. Reframe your experience with the metaphor of a seed growing beneath the soil, hidden from view but preparing to bloom. Your efforts, patience, and resilience are building something beautiful, even if it feels unseen. Your practical tool here is self-acknowledgement. Each day, gently remind yourself, I honor my journey. I celebrate my quiet wins. These words nurture your soul and deepen your confidence. As you close this chapter, feel the calm certainty that your quiet victory is enough. More than enough. It is sacred. It is yours. And in owning it silently, you inspire a powerful, lasting transformation. Chapter 16. The silent strength within. You might have noticed that the world often waits to celebrate only visible victories. The applause, the headlines, the flashing lights. But what if the true power of your journey lies in the quiet moments, unseen and unheard? In those moments, when no one is watching, your strength grows silently. Like roots stretching deep beneath the surface, this inner strength holds you steady through storms of doubt and discouragement. It's the quiet heartbeat of your resilience, a force that fuels your progress without needing validation or recognition. You may feel isolated at times, wondering if your efforts even matter. It's easy to fall into the trap of comparing your behind-the-scenes struggle with someone else's highlight reel. But here is the truth. Real transformation happens quietly. Like a river carving its path through stone, your persistence shapes your destiny with steady, patient determination. You are building something lasting, even if it feels invisible right now. To nurture this silent strength, try this simple practice. Close your eyes and take 3 deep, slow breaths. Feel the calm steadiness inside you, the power of simply being present. Remember, your worth is not tied to applause. It's rooted in your quiet courage to keep going, to win quietly but powerfully. You are not alone in this. Let your silence be your sanctuary, your strength, your story. And know, with each step, you are moving closer to the victory that will speak volumes, even when you choose to keep it quiet. Chapter 17. Embracing the invisible wins. There is a special kind of victory that few recognize, the invisible wins. These are the moments when you choose patience over frustration, kindness over bitterness, or persistence over giving up. They don't come with cheers or public praise, yet they carry the deepest meaning. Imagine a seed buried beneath the earth, unseen but quietly growing stronger every day. Your invisible wins are just like that seed, hidden yet vital, preparing you for the blossoming ahead. You might feel discouraged because the world seems to notice only the loud successes. But the truth is, those small, silent victories build the foundation for all great achievements. They are the gentle but steady footsteps on your path. When you embrace these unseen wins, you are honoring your journey and nourishing your spirit. Try to celebrate your quiet progress today. Reflect on the moments you stayed calm when life tested you, the times you chose hope over despair, or simply when you showed up for yourself despite fear. These are your invisible wins. Breathe in their power. Let gratitude fill your heart for these gentle triumphs. Remember, every great story is made of many small, silent chapters. You are winning, even when no one sees. Chapter 18. The strength in silent resilience. Resilience isn't always loud. It's often quiet. A deep, steady force that holds you upright when everything around feels like it's falling apart. Picture a mighty oak tree standing firm through storms, its branches bending but never breaking. Your resilience is like that oak, silently enduring winds, grounded by roots that you may not always see. You might wrestle with feelings of loneliness or doubt because the world applauds only the visible victories. Yet, the greatest strength lies in how you face hardship when no one is watching. Those moments of silent endurance build character, deepen your resolve, and teach you to trust yourself. When you feel overwhelmed, visualize yourself as that oak, flexible yet unshakable. Breathe deeply and let the tension melt away with every exhale. Remind yourself that resilience doesn't require noise or recognition. It asks only that you keep moving forward, step by quiet step. Embrace your silent strength today. Honor the battles you fought alone and the courage you carry in your heart. This resilience is your sacred power, your quiet triumph. You are stronger than you know. Chapter 19. The power of unseen progress. Progress is often invisible. Like the slow growth of a seed beneath the soil, the changes you're making inside may not be visible yet, but they are real and powerful. You might feel frustrated when your efforts seem unnoticed or when your success feels distant, but growth doesn't always shout, it whispers. Imagine a river carving its way through stone, not by force, but by gentle persistence. Each drop of water chips away at the rock, quietly reshaping the landscape over time. Your daily actions, your small victories, your steady habits, they are like those drops, slowly creating something strong and beautiful. When you feel discouraged, remember that every moment you stay committed, every time you choose courage over comfort, you are moving forward. Even if no one applauds, your inner work is shifting your reality. Breathe in this truth. Unseen progress is still progress. Trust in your journey. Keep nurturing your dreams quietly and with patience. Your future self will thank you, because silent effort always leads to meaningful transformation. Chapter 20. Strength in silent resilience. And resilience isn't always loud. Sometimes it's the quiet strength that holds you steady when storms rage around you. You might feel alone in your struggles, as if the world is watching but not noticing your battle. Yet, resilience grows in the silence, deep in the roots of your being. Picture a tall tree standing firm through wind and rain. It doesn't shout or resist violently, but it bends when needed and rises again. Your resilience is like that tree, rooted deeply in your values, quietly absorbing every challenge and transforming it into wisdom. When negative thoughts whisper doubts, respond with calm breath and gentle affirmation. Let your silent resilience remind you, you are stronger than you think. Strength doesn't always demand recognition. It simply exists in the choice to continue, to rise again. You are building a fortress within, a peaceful power that no noise can shake. Embrace this quiet strength. It is your greatest ally in the journey to success. Hold this thought close. Resilience is a silent victory that no one can take away.